With only 13 days left until the end of the world, I finally awoke from my sleep.
Hi guys, this is Matthias from Gamereactor Sweden, and we're here in the equally lovely, equally rainy Paris, as you might be able to see the Eiffel Tower in the background. Square-Enix brought out here to talk about Lightning Returns Final Fantasy XIII. We got to see a presentation about it yesterday, and it kind of right off the bat seems like a more action-oriented game this time around than the previous two titles in the franchise. But before we get into that, let's talk a little about the story. So basically the game takes place 500 years after the end of Final Fantasy XIII-2. Lightning, the main character, has kind of been sent to the 13 last days of the world to save it from destruction. And basically the entire game revolves around this doomsday clock. It's constantly ticking down till the end of the world, and all the characters in the game have they're living their life in this world. They're going to work and they're coming home in the evening, and there's all these events and choices you have to make to bring you closer to your final goal, which is saving the world. This new world called Novus Partis consists of 4 parts, and they have kind of revealed 3 of them. One of them is the biggest city in any Final Fantasy game, where Lightning can just roam around, doing some parkour elements even, like makes you think of Assassin's Creed. And then they also revealed the Wildlands, which is this huge open environment with kind of rural villages and stuff like that you can just roam around and have fun in. And then also the Dead Dunes, which is a huge desert with different dungeons, and just opens a lot of exploration opportunities for the player. And so it really seems like these 4 different environments will have different gameplay elements in them. If you're looking at the gameplay, even outside of combat, it's still a more action-oriented adventure this time around. You can run around, jump, platform, crouch, and even sneak your way around this huge open world, which consists of 4 different parts. And inside the combat, that's where you can really tell the difference from the previous games. This time you only control Lightning, and while you could assign different roles to your party members in the previous game, now it's only Lightning, and using the left stick you kind of move around the battlefield. But even though the action kind of seems more action-oriented this time around, I think a lot of hardcore fans are still gonna find that depth they're used to in the Final Fantasy games. So while you can only play as one character, you can still kind of customize Lightning the way you want her to. You know, she can level up, she can buy new abilities, and she can even change her clothes during battle, which is how the class system works. So if you'd like to, you could have this very action-heavy class with all the attacks on the face buttons. Then you can also have this kind of more defensive style play, and even some more tactical ones. And all the classes can be customized their own. You can have different swords and shields. One of the shields is called the Bouquet. So it looks like she's holding a bouquet of flowers when she's fighting, which is pretty cool. And all the enemies are with you on the battlefield, so you can just walk away if you want to try to avoid their attacks or just block them. And all enemies have different weaknesses and different weak points that you can attack them on. So it seems like it's really going to be a deep combat system, just more accessible for those who haven't played Final Fantasy before, and hopefully refined for those who are used to the franchise. We didn't get to play it ourselves, so we don't know how deep this time mechanic is, or how the combat is actually going to feel. It's pretty early in development, but it at least looks interesting. So the game is targeted for release later this fall for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. So be sure to check out our interview with the developers of the game. And that's all for us now here in Paris, so take it easy, guys. See you later.
You should know who I am. Or should I say, what I am. These are the final 13 days.